Okay, so it's almost like you have to unlearn a lot of things that everybody has taught you around. So let me explain this very clearly. सबसे पहले, in this society we almost all get influenced or have gotten influenced over the years, right? So we have to de-influence ourselves, right? We have to unlearn all of the negative patterns, the limiting beliefs that people have projected onto us. Okay, so imagine it like when you were a baby, right? When you were born, you were just born with pure love, right? You didn't have any feelings of jealousy, resentment, you never had such feelings because you were just made of pure love and you were love, right? But all of this world started to compare you with other people and instilled in you some insecurities which were never yours. Okay, so now these insecurities were never yours, so you have to start to unlearn like these insecurities is one thing. So you have to start to unlearn a lot of negative and limiting beliefs that people have projected onto you. So why does it matter a lot? Because we were never meant to compare to each other. We all were born with our unique features which we were meant to embrace, right? Everything, every feature on our face or every feature that we have is what makes us unique, because no two persons are same, right? Everybody is unique and everybody is different from each other. So if Bhagwan has made our features different from each other, so they were never meant to be a flaw, right? So all of these insecurities which you think that you have learned this over the years, whether people have compared it or projected them onto you, or they have started to instill in you these beliefs of obstruction that they had. Okay, and they projected this onto you, and now you have adopted them as your beliefs, but they are not your beliefs. So you have to start to unlearn a lot of things. It's almost like you should never accept 100% of what the other person says. You must always have like a filter. I call this a filter in your brain. Okay, so whatever the other person is speaking, for example, whatever I'm speaking, you must have this filter in your brain to whatever you need to grasp. You can only grasp that information which you think is useful to you. Other information you have to completely cut off. Okay, you have to completely ignore whatever I'm saying which is not valuable to you, and only absorb, or only just absorb the good things whichever I'm saying. You must have a filter in your brain. That is my point. So whenever a negative person comes off to you, or whenever a negative person comes to you, or whenever someone tries to pull you down, belittle you, you just have to accept only the good things which people say to you, and you have to completely ignore the conversations or any such thing a negative person says to you, because these people are toxic. Okay, and they are not putting enough effort or energy into healing themselves, so they are projecting on their own limiting beliefs onto you, and you are accepting those. So you almost have to be an observer. You have to observe, not absorb, because